Welcome back to another episode of the DPCast. I am Paul.
And I'm Dan von Trapp von Seagal.
And we got one hell of a jam-packed episode waiting for you guys this week. But we have a special guest with us, and that is Snake 1082, that we have basically advertised per week for his Twitch, also known as Moomin, who we'll get into in a couple of seconds. But further ado, Dan, I say we get into
What's New With You?
So, Dan.
Yeah. Before we get started, I gotta do this because the title that we just heard is Snake. I thought I just gotta do this. Anyone who knows what this is gonna say, yeah, that guy's cool. He knows his shit. You ready? Snake, Snake, Snake.
Argon, I'm here. Help me. I'm gonna shit my pants. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Meryl, Meryl.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. Help. I'm gonna.
What the fuck?
What's the name of that sniper rifle as well? Like,
Hello, everybody.
hello.
Welcome back to the show, Moomin.
Hello, how's it going? So yeah, bit of Metal Gear there. Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. I'm actually named my name's Snake 1082 on Twitch. That's well, it's my gamer tag and everything. It's named that after Snake, Solid Snake.
Snake Plissken.
One of the best.
Plissken, is it?
I love that movie. Genuine, that's easy in my top 10 movies. Snake Plissken.
What,
weird how
Escape
there's
from New York.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird that they got very similar. I don't know, what was the story behind that? Because Metal Gear Solid's got the same name as Snake Plissken from...
I don't think they are counter.
Yeah,
the
it's because Hideo Kojima loves that film, and he thought he was badass. That's why in Metal Gear 2 he calls himself Plissken
Okay.
when he's undercover. Anyway,
Anyway,
isn't it a homage to it? It isn't actually like sort of. It's never actually.
Yeah, no, it's an homage. It's not like it's not like them saying, yeah, it's that guy. It's not.
Yeah,
that
I
guy.
thought so. I thought as much.
even though he looks very similar with the eye patch and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's anyway. So,
Yeah,
should we
so-
go into the segment?
Since you are a guest on this week, I state, friggin', what is new with you?
Huh? Me?
Yes.
You just asked Dan before we went off tangent.
Did we?
Well, since you are guest, friggin', I would say you go first.
Oh. Well, alright then, fine. So, a few things are new with me this week, boys, in the last week. First of all, I'm really sad.
Oh.
What's that, dude?
My missus Ella. Hello, Ella, if you're listening to this. She might. She's left me.
Oh, no, man.
She's gone to uni, is what.
Oh.
We're still a couple.
Yeah. I see. Oh, you.
I duped you.
you-
I duped
Pull
you.
the old little
You
violin
son of a
out there.
bitch.
No, because if she left me, I wouldn't probably be here. I'd just be crying into my cornflix still.
I was wondering why you were
yeah.
smiling. I thought,
No,
was it that bad?
No, I love her very much, but no, she's gone to uni, so I'm now what's the word, like
Masturbating.
hugging myself a lot more, and yeah, my penis is getting a lot more action off my hands. So
That
hello
old palm
there,
force on the go.
sailor. If you could see this, viewers, that's a joke. I'm not actually masturbating more. I do it exactly the same amount.
Either way, there goes
yeah.
our family-friendly rating. So.
Oh, is that a thing? Because if so, I would just bleep me out.
It's just a long bleep through there. I didn't help myself.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
So, Dan, this is where we edit a lot. No, joking.
Yeah, this is where a lot of edit should happen. I'm so sorry, but that's just one part is that she's gone. But yeah, it means I've been playing a lot of PlayStation.
We've been
And I
in it,
just
Booms.
picked up Destiny 2. That's been fairly new.
I need to
hammering it.
I need to play a bit more on the Xbox.
Like, if anyone has played Destiny 1 who listens to this, it's way good. It's like really good Destiny 2. It's about as good as Destiny 1, if not a bit better.
Well,
And I'm level 20 now, and I've got 200 and something power, which is basically light. But I'm a Titan. I'm loving it.
Booms.
I wish I wasn't doing the podcast so I could play it.
Put it this way, dude. Friggin', we have an actual listener called Steph. She is a massive Destiny nut who plays it on the PS4 too. And,
Hello, Steph. Hey, join our clan. We've made a clan.
She's
It's
got a
called
huge one herself,
Ainsley Harriet.
She's got a huge one herself. Freaking, and to be honest, she's a massive nut of this game.
Literally, the clan is called Ainsley Harriet. It's the best clan in the world. We've got 8 members now. We're growing exponentially. You'll probably see us on the top-ranked clans, maybe, with our little lonely 8.
Whatever happened to Ainsley Harriet, anyway? I haven't heard from him in years.
He became a meme.
Still kicks around, yeah. He just become a meme, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because I remember the last thing I think maybe the last thing I saw of him was, like, you know those little mini rolls, chocolate rolls you can get?
Yeah.
He released his own version of those. And that was during school, that was. So, I don't know.
I remember he did a biscuit as well, didn't he? He did some biscuits. They were good.
Did he? Oh, all right.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he became a meme.
Who remembers the biscuits?
Oh, good.
You don't Swiss rolls
remember
and
them.
biscuits, boys.
Slipped under my radar, that.
Oh, they were good. But the I can't say I tried the Swiss rolls, but yeah, the biscuits were great. Although Ainsley Harriet now is a meme, and if you Google, YouTube Ainsley Harriet, and like the first video there is like ainsleyharriet.exe or something. Watch it; it's amazing.
Okay.
It's like the greatest thing in the world. Give it a nice old rap.
So he no longer lives in our world, but he's gone into the meme. He's just
big time, dude. Haven't you
He's
seen
not
that?
dead.
Haven't you seen
No,
any of the
I know
memes
he's not
there,
dead
Dan?
because we'd have heard about it, but you know, he's
Dan,
Ainsley Harriet, for Christ's sake.
Dan, haven't you seen any of the memes?
Of course I have. You keep sending them to me.
Just gonna say, freaking, if you haven't seen them from me, genuine like that, I'm not doing my job right.
What's the name of that program you used to do, where you decide which one's the nicest? You got to hold up a red pepper or a tomato or whatever.
Ready, Steady, Cook.
Ready, Steady, Cook. Oh, cracking program that was. I remember it was on after school. You know, if there was a crappy
He
cartoon
used to
on there,
present
I'd just
that.
put Ready, Steady, Cook on. You know,
Yeah.
and he used to do the little, you know, when he was sprinkling something over his food. You know, he used to do the little Ainsley Harriet, woohoo,
Here you go.
jingle, you know, the little boogie thing he used to do. You know.
Oh yeah. It was all very, I don't know. I always find cooking shows, wherever it is, if it's a game show one, anything. Bar Hell's Kitchen, it's always sexual. Ever watched Nigella? Watch that.
Nigella. Oh Christ! Oof.
Watching Nigella is a difficult task for a man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Without having a chub. Friggin'
I also find that with I haven't seen much of the new series of Bake Off, but the old series of Bake Off with Mary Berry, Jesus Christ. Watch that and try not to get mildly aroused. It's very difficult.
I tell you what, I've never ever watched Bake Off.
What?
Never ever, not even touched it, not even seen the opening titles of it. I've never ever watched
you're missing
Bake
out
Off.
in life. Missing out in
You
life.
missed the glory years. You missed the glory years. I mean,
The glory years.
All I see of it every single year is a brand new book with a little old lady on the front of it with a little Bake Off sticker.
that's Mary Berry, that is.
Mary Berry, is it?
Yeah, she's sexy, isn't she? Oof.
All right.
I'd
Before we go
like a slice of Mary Berry.
Oh, little Mary Berry, would you, lad?
Before we go down that rabbit hole too much, Dan, how was your week been, buddy?
My week's been very busy. I've been remember the show I was mentioning over the last few podcasts. Well, that's done. That's done and dusted now. I've sung my songs, made an arse out of myself as I usually do on stage, and
What show was it?
oh, it was it's something called a review, which is a collection of songs from different musicals and stuff.
That's why you said 325,600 minutes.
Yeah,
because that's Rent.
that's exactly that.
I
Yes.
don't know if you guys ever look, but I comment little
indeed.
plug for the podcast. I comment on the track. You can comment on the track if you listen on SoundCloud.
You can.
Yeah.
And I
At
have
certain
noticed.
points, and I comment on them, and I never get replies because you bastards are too lazy to reply to me.
Well, to be honest with you, I have got a little notification saying that you've done one quite recently, haven't you? But I haven't gotten round to looking at it yet. So
Yeah,
I
is that
already
is that right, Dan?
have,
Is
yeah,
that right?
it's me. I'm
I-
sorry.
I
will
already
respond.
have,
that one
but-
was directly to you,
Isn't it?
that
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I know.
It was,
I
when
haven't
you
seen
said,
the last one
Yes.
yet.
I'll tell you what it was. It was, I listened to them both back to back the other day, and it was, you go in, oh, I better not forget the words to 325,600 or something. And I was like, Dan, are you doing Rent by any chance? I did that a few years ago.
Yeah?
And then, no reply.
Oh,
So-
sorry. I'll respond. I'm so sorry. To be honest, I only saw the notification today. It was like by email. I was going through my emails because for some reason my Samsung likes to give me my emails when I open my emails instead of giving me notifications.
You sound stressed. It's okay.
I'm covering my ass here, Moop. Just bear with me.
Your ass is not covered, sunshine.
And okay, let's get into a thing here as well, right? Me and Dan haven't seen each other for about a week. Dan's we normally catch our shifts in quite sync. We haven't literally had a chat in a fair few days. So it means I've seen this about 5-6 days ago. I haven't seen Dan in 5-6 days ago. So naturally, I would normally be like, Dan, get your ass on it, comment back, because naturally I would have pre-seen it up to the point, because I'm quite steady when it comes to have a look on what I views and figures up.
Moom needs us. That's what
I was like, I just want to say, like, Moom has literally sent you a comment directed at you. Not like I would answer it back, but it's directed at Dan's flat out. I was like,
oh, I'm so sorry, Mooms. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just didn't see it yet. I will reply to that for you. I will reply. You know, don't cry. Come on now. You know. Oh, come on, Moom. Oh,
feelings, you fucking fuck.
Oh, don't. Do you have to? You're one of those smile criers. Oh, no, he's choking on his tears.
Sorry, everybody.
So, yes.
You okay, Mooms? You okay?
I'm all right. Yeah,
Okay.
but I just would like to say sorry to any listeners because, well, you had so much filth out of my mouth. I'm not gonna lie.
right, before we... Dan, any more for the rest of your week, or?
Yeah, that's it, really. I did my show. It went down very well. I was sold out both nights. And, yeah, it was good. Nothing more to say about it, really. There might be some videos going up on YouTube. Not YouTube, Facebook at some point. So maybe I'll share it onto the DPCast Facebook page, possibly onto Twitter, and you'll see me making a total douche of myself. You know, which is what I love doing that. It's just, if I get a laugh, I'm happy. You know, yeah, I know I can't dance. I'm all right at singing. I can sing in a chorus, but solo I don't sing. So, yeah. How about you, Paul? What have you been up to the last week?
Yeah, Paul.
My week, to be quite honest, boys, I wouldn't say it's been plentiful of action, but I have actually had my gaming chair. My chair's come, boys. The chair that I talked about the last episode is finally fucking here, boys.
Paul, I think I owe you an apology too. Speaking of not responding, because you sent me a picture of it and I didn't respond.
Yes, you didn't. No.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Dan's got a habit of making these days, freaking not responding to people.
I've been busy. I've been a little busy. So...
No, I totally understand. I was bored on Saturday, so I literally started messaging everybody. Plus, as well, I was messaging Dan just in case he had his WhatsApp ringtone on whilst he was in the theatre. And may I as well, his ringtone is... That's
pretty
his
much,
exact ringtone.
Yeah,
so
I didn't that didn't go off while I was on. I don't take my phone on stage with me.
Does it do the fart as well?
Yeah. It's good.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
So literally, I thought, I'll mess him now, and I can't wait for him just to literally be in the background, and all it goes. And like,
oh, excuse me. I had some chicken and onions before I came on.
Because it was only like last week. It was only like last week. Dan was going to me going, Paul, remind me on Thursday just in case I forget to knock off my ringtone.
I'll tell you what, I had to be reminded many times to pull my fly up before going on. Because I had many changes. I had to change my trousers a few. That sounds bad. No, I didn't shit myself. I just had many costume changes. And every time I went to leave the changing room, I had Byron, who was a nice guy who was on the show as well. It's like, Dan, what do we check before we leave the changing room? Oh, yeah. I got a terrible habit of walking out the room with my fly down.
I tend to have that problem too, but it's just no trousers at all.
Right. Yeah. It happens best.
Pants. Just pants. Come
It's
on,
like I walk outside and like halfway down the street, I'm like, hang on. Why are my legs cold? Oh, wait. I haven't got trousers on. Every time.
Oh, just to update you guys, Moomin's the local streaker.
I was wondering who I'd see.
Hey, boys, it's not
Streaker of
streaking if you're wearing pants, and I'm always wearing pants.
I'm going
The
to get a good
streaker of
bulge.
Aberystwyth.
Very true.
But no, otherwise, my week hasn't been that much, to be honest. Been going, just dabbling about with my gaming setup. Finally, nearly got it to the way I want it now. It's getting there. I've got a few bits and bobs I got to do to it. Might do another picture and shove it up on our Twitter to show some people, because I know they do love to see some gaming setups, since we do talk a little bit about it.
Yeah,
And yes,
our gaming setup's pretty.
The picture looks good, man.
It's been. I've even changed from it. So the picture I showed you guys that I might put up on our Twitter later on, I might shove an improved picture of it a bit later, is that I know where SpongeBob and like that little Togepi was. It's now got another 22-inch TV next to it.
Well, it's always an improvement, isn't it?
The reason why I've got another 22-inch TV next to my 42, so I can literally watch YouTube as I'm playing Xbox.
Yeah.
Or watch. Also, I can watch live TV. You know, so literally, I can't. So like, because the thing's about, I got the 65-inch behind me, so naturally, like playing game and then going this all the time, like sort of moving round. Even though I know this is no good for podcasts, me literally moving back and forth. But like me moving back and forth is a fucking killer. Like, and you kind of miss something, and sometimes you just want to watch your own kind of shit on YouTube or your own stuff on live TV. So I've got two screens now, like parallel next to each other. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, but
yes.
I just remember.
I was just sorry. How do you watch telly and play games at the same time?
I got two screens. I got a 42-inch and a 22-inch.
No, yeah, but physically, how?
Yeah,
Like,
concentration-wise.
how can you watch like?
Because they're like this.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Like, how do you do it mentally?
Yeah, it's like how can you concentrate on playing Ark?
Like, if I'm playing Destiny, or if you're playing Ark, and you're trying to watch like a good serial drama or something, like I reckon, Paul, you're a fan of Pole Dark. I reckon you probably want a bit of Pole Dark in you.
We like a bit of Pole.
How would you do it? How would you do it?
They're right next door to each other. I mean, generally,
yeah,
it's hard
but
to literally watch
how
two
can you
screens.
how can you your attention span concentrate on a game,
one on the other,
and concentrate on the plot line of a story that's going on next to it on the other TV screen?
Guys, I don't want to break your head when I say this. It's called multitasking.
Oh, he's a woman.
Off. No,
I always knew you had a vagina.
No, this isn't. No, this is
Again,
not.
I don't know this shit. Literally, they're right next door to each other. Like, one's a 42-inch screen, one I cannot literally differ from that, and the other one's a literally 22-inch screen I'm watching TV on. And it's not that hard to literally see both of them. Like,
I tell you what, the only time I can ever do that is if I've seen the program before and it's on in the background.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, is it like background telly, or is it like?
Yeah, but remember now, right? If it's in the background to me, like my 65-inch is, like. That would be just background noise. Like, that'd be something. I can physically see gaming and the TV at the same motion. Like,
but what are you watching?
YouTube, whatever the circumstance. Do you know? I don't understand what the thing is. Like,
if it's something like Scooby-Doo, I can understand. It doesn't require that much intelligence sometimes. But
I watch a shit ton of freaking like everything on YouTube. I mean, literally, like YouTube from being live TV. Like I put it there so I could literally watch live shit, freaking, or in the circumstance while I was playing gaming. Because most of the time, gaming isn't like a sort of you need your full 100% attention. Like I play Ark. Some of the occasions you might, just be piddling about, and I got the TV playing in the corner. But I can watch both at the same time.
Yeah, fine. I get it if you were playing Minecraft, or like if you were like just chilling in Ark, not having a fight with a boy. But like at the same time, if you were playing like competitive Destiny or anything on Destiny, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Maybe.
So basically, Paul, what I've discovered today is that you've got a really good brain on you.
I don't like to brag, Moomin. I don't like to brag.
Maybe.
No, guys, I
think it's down to this, Mooms. I think he is full of shit. I don't think he actually... I don't know. I'm not buying it, Paul. I'm not buying it.
Honestly, God, boys, do you know, it's easy. Do you know, like they're right next door to each other. I can watch two at the same time. I don't understand what the magic is between.
Like I said, I can do it if I've seen the program before and it's just on in the background. And I look over every now and again. Oh, this is the bit where so and so stabs so and so in the face with a bear trap. But and I understand why. But if it's a brand new program and it requires my full attention. So, speaking of which, I know what else I've done this week. Sorry.
What's that?
I have finished watching Iron Fist. I got Netflix, by the way. I took the plunge. I got Netflix. I finished watching Iron Fist, and I finished watching The Defenders.
What did you think about Iron Fist?
I enjoyed Iron Fist. I think a bit like you. It was the end was when he started leaving the city. It was a bit blah, but it was okay though.
I'm not gonna lie, I found Iron Fist shit. That was one of the worst ones out of the 4. Yeah.
Oh no, I still think it's better than Jessica Jones. Something about Jessica Jones.
You are high.
I don't like Jessica Jones. I just don't like her. She's angry all the time.
Jessica Jones is good.
Everything she does, she's fucking slamming something. It's just like, oh, just calm down, woman. It's just like she's got constant PMT. It's like a bit in Defenders. She's looking in the library through all the the library cards and stuff like that. And she's like, every single time she rams open the drawer, flick, slams it shut, goes to the next one, opens it up. It's like, just calm down, woman.
But Kilgrave was like really horrible to her most of her life. She's had a pretty tough upbringing. I think she's allowed to be a bit angry. Okay?
Yeah, and I just imagine her smelling like piss and booze. She just never changes her clothes. It's like she's just not attractive to me.
I'd happily let her roll around in piss and booze if I could have a cheeky cuddle off her.
She doesn't do it for me. I just don't like Jessica Jones as a character. Maybe as a character, but and I wasn't a big fan of the program as well because I'm not a huge fan of David Tennant either. Everyone says,
"Oh my
god, get out of this podcast, get out of it."
No, I'm standing my ground. Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
It's called the MP podcast now, Dan.
Fair enough. MP, yeah.
What the hell, Dan? Genuinely,
it did not do nothing for me. It was at first I thought, yes, a good idea. This guy can do whatever make people do what he says. I thought that was cool, but
he was phenomenal.
I don't like him. I like him as a person, possibly, but I just don't enjoy him.
He was amazing. Like, oh my god, Dan! Like, you're breaking my.
I don't understand.
Do you know just now when you said like I can't watch like how the hell are you watching 2 screens as if he was breaking your 2 brains? Mm-hmm. Honest to God, like you are breaking my brain right now when you're saying like kill the Griffiths. What is this? What is this
in
noise
order of greatness, I think Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones.
What about the Defenders?
I really enjoyed Luke Cage.
Yeah, where do you link the Defenders in there? Where do you put Defenders in that?
The Defenders, I'd say under Daredevil, possibly.
I agree.
I've not seen Defenders yet, so don't say anything.
I enjoyed the Defenders, but it was something about it, maybe. I can't remember why, but I enjoyed it. I didn't realise there was only 8 episodes.
Dan, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this tonight. Plus, we will do an episode about this as well, guys, because naturally there is a shit ton of that we could talk about with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and the Defenders itself, and we can do an episode of that. Actually, we'll probably get Will on, to do maybe like a spoiler cast in the coming future. So, and may as well, we have got huge news coming your way, guys. So here's time for the plug. So get ready to plug, boys, and that is when you get your juicy goodness from getting it from all that iTunes, SoundCloud, and all them Android podcasts asked by just searching the DPCast. Now, if you want to get a release
deep penetration.
Thanks for that, Mooms. Freaking it is a deep penetration, and the only thing we're going to penetrate
I'm not
is
editing
your ears.
anymore. I'm just not editing anymore. Whatever is said goes.
But
this podcast will forever remain mature.
If you want to get a hold of us on YouTube or even Twitch. Not Twitch, Twitter. On Twitter, we live tweet up when the podcast goes live, and you can click and listen to us straight away from that tweet. And YouTube, it's up as soon as it goes live onto the podcast scene, and that is just by searching at the DPcast as capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS, and you can get us there. And the little thing I was just trying to say to you then is, Will, who is part of the Film Snob Reviews, will be having his own podcast coming to us inevitably soon. So will not be on any segments now with the DPcast as the Film Snob Reviews. He will have his own podcast on our channel.
Yes, but that's very good news. Decided that, you know what? Yeah, let's give Will a good old podcast.
Yes, Will literally be on a podcast with us in the coming future. I mean, literally, he's got really good plans. If I'm not mistaken, his first episode might actually be with a special guest. Not the one that we were talking about a day back. He might actually have one that he had pre-lined up, and that might be recorded and placed up for us, guys. So, further ado, I think it's time for the guy that we don't like to see pooing, but I think he's here, Dan.
Yeah, I think I heard this car coming up earlier.
I've never spoken to this boy, but I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah, he's. I think he's at our door.
Welcome to the world of the hypothetical, where the only limitations are your imagination.
You wake to find yourself in a post-apocalyptic world. A world which has been destroyed by nuclear fallout and radiation. Bad day for you. However, to help you on your journeys, you have the ability to train an animal, much like in Fallout 4. What animal do you choose?
And Old Man Hypothetical is here again. So
Hello.
Hello.
His hypothetical this week seems to have taken us all in a bit of a shock. Of which animal would we pick in a Fallout, apocalyptic world? Wow, I really can't say that word.
Apocalyptic.
A plop blue glue blue.
Apocalyptic.
A couple boo pasta boo.
Bobbity beep 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 up up boop.
But a bit sorry. First of all, hello, Mr. Old Man Hypothetical.
Hello.
How are
there.
you? Hello.
As well as can be talking to you.
Whoa, no, don't throw me that shade. So, basically, I was wondering what your actual name is. Or is it just old, and then your surname is like your middle name man, and then surname hypothetical? Because if that is so, you have awful parents.
That information I am not giving out to you.
Oh, he's so mean.
Okay.
Can you walk through walls?
I'm an old man, not a ghost. At least not yet.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I think he's getting pissed off and somebody more than just me now, Dan.
His Eye of Sauron look isn't staring at me this time. It's quite nice, actually. Oh, he's looking at me. He's looking at me.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Sorry if I'm intruding on you on stuff, but you seem to have left a weird scent in your wake from where you have walked. Is that urine, or is that your cologne? If so, where could I maybe purchase it?
That would be my natural musk.
Oh, he's looking at me, boys. Less. What's the word?
I say we get to hypothetical.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
what was it again?
No,
About-
hang on.
Oh,
You
God.
have so many questions for me. I have one for you.
Yes.
Why in hell do you call yourself Moomin?
Well, that makes. I guess that could be confusing. I mean, I don't look like a hippo from a weird cartoon from like Sweden, but what I do have, if you look into my eyes with those Sauron gaze you've got, I've got very blue eyes, and they're very like large and white around the blue. And basically, when I was a baby Moomin, or as my friends call me, Baba Moom, I had the appearance of Moomin's eyes, and I was also a little fatter then, so I kind of had the belly of a hippo. It was more of an insult actually, that's become kind of a pet nickname, which I am very much fond of if I'm back home with the said boys, which are my friendship group. But yeah, I hope that answered that for you, Old Man Hypothetical.
I suppose it'll do. I was quite hoping that your parents were as mean as mine, calling me old stroke man.
That is your actual name.
Oh my God,
yes.
he's getting so much information out of him.
Yeah, we should have him more often, Moomin.
Yeah.
You're like, what's his name? The guy who goes to prisons and interviews people. What's his name? Louis Theroux.
Oh, I've been known to be called Die Louis occasionally, but
Louis Moomin.
But anyway, we should probably answer his little question.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so
the question was, what animal would we have in a nuclear radiated world like the Fallout 4 franchise?
So we can...
Do you want to have one more go at it, Paul? Apocalyptic.
I'm not doing it. I'm fucking dyslexic. Go fuck yourselves.
So, we have the power to train animals, yeah?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're in a post-apocalyptic world, so nuclear fallout everywhere. Shit's hit the sign. Shit's hit the sign. Shit has hit the fan.
Correct.
Okay, so I would have a lion lizard with a gun on its back.
Okay, he did realise he said animal, not freaking something out of fucking Transformers.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is out of Transformers, but the thing is if there's nuclear radiation and shit, I mean, we've all played Fallout. You see those, like, ghoul things, and there's, like, three-headed cows. So I don't see it too far from the realm of impossibility to have a lion with lizard legs and have a gun strapped to its back.
I'm just going to be straight up. I'd have a double check with the old man hypothetical if that's going to fly. Because I don't know about that one.
Are
Is it-
you
what-
a
what's-
certified biomechanic?
No.
Then you haven't got a hope in hell. Choose again.
Oh.
He's got you there.
Oh.
No, I'm going to say something that's literally going to piss him off 5 times harder. Because, you know, people are going to go for a dog or a cat or a lion in Moomin's case. I'm going to go for a budgie.
A budgie?
Why?
Okay, people are parrots. I'm going to have a budgie. I think it'd just be more fun here. Literally going around, you know, anybody could have an attack thing. I just want to go around fucking kicking shit in when I got a budgie on my shoulder. Wouldn't that be just
And when you
badass?
die, you'll have something to eat.
Well, it's not even that. Can you imagine going around and going, there's a wild 6'6" man going round the place who is killing shit with a budgie. I'd be badass.
That's very true.
Yeah, not bad, Paul, not bad.
Freaking, can you imagine? It's the budgie man. The 6'6" budgie man is killing people.
And back in the day as well, though, Paul, they used to use budgies or canaries in the mines to see if there was any
indeed.
poisonous gas there. So if shit is really hitting the fan, and say you've only got like one tunnel that you can go through, and you don't know how much nuclear radiation's down there, just send the budgie. If it dies, well, you're sad, you've lost the budgie, but you could turn around.
Oh dear, dead.
To be honest, I think Moomin's validated my story for me. Wow, I'm really not good at words today. My words are really not being the best. So what are you picking, Dan?
I'm torn between a giraffe or an ostrich.
Oh, that's a good
both-
one.
Because a giraffe, have you seen those buggers fight? They're
Yeah,
deadly.
they string their necks around like it's no tomorrow. It's like Groot.
Yeah, can you imagine if you got like a
Oh, my
horde
God.
of demonic, radiated, mutated army heading towards you? They're just one swoop of that neck of his, and he can wipe them, you know, have them flying somewhere. And an ostrich, because they can bloody kick and gut you.
Oh,
Ostriches are fucking
And they look
animals,
funny.
Like,
flat
And
down.
I'd love to ride an ostrich to work one day.
Yes.
oh God, an
no.
ostrich is an absolute rangimal.
Oh,
Man Hypothetical hasn't said much in this circumstance. Like, I'm picking a fucking budgie. I thought he ripped me to shreds on that one.
Well, his gaze didn't look too pleased. Anyway, I don't know. I think he's thinking of something. I don't know.
You've astonished me by picking a budgie.
Why
What
you
about
the
the-
good astonish?
Yeah.
Even a chimpanzee would pick something that would help you defend yourself.
Hey,
Maybe he doesn't want to fight. Maybe he's just got his own little...
I'm a
maybe
lover,
he's
not a
just-
fighter. I'm a
Yeah,
lover.
Maybe he's
He
just
just
got
wants a
little-
companion.
Yeah, maybe he just lives in a little house, like a little love shack. He's got his like cans of fucking spam, and he just wants a little pet budgie just to keep him company while he's watching his fucking radioactive 2 telly and his fucking gaming computer, what have you. He'd be like
Okay.
all alone, losing his mind, proper lost his marbles. But he'd be like, "Hello, budgie. Hello. Give your good old big old Paul Bear the Gware Bearing. Give him a hug. Maybe that.
You know what? I think I've decided. I've decided I will go for the giraffe because I'd much prefer to have a giraffe as a companion and a fighter than an ostrich who will most likely turn on me and fucking gut me. You know,
I think you're missing out one really important fact about this giraffe dude, though.
And I can climb up his neck to see into the distance.
Yeah, I think you're missing one massive factor there. How the hell do you think you get onto his back?
He'll lower his neck, and I'll climb up his neck.
You do realise, like, even if he just bended the knee for you, like, the giraffe is still about 7 foot fucking tall.
Well, he's a ladder then.
In a Oh, man.
Or I'll park him next to a tree, and I'll climb the tree and get onto his back. Where there's a will, there's a way, Paul.
I feel like this is all viable ways. If anything, you could probably build like a tree house on the giraffe and live on the giraffe all the time.
Or
That's
just like
a good
make
idea.
make a tree house, and it'll also be a giraffe dock. So I could have an
idea.
army of giraffes. It's like docking station A is Bob
That's
the
a good
giraffe.
shout. Is there
Yeah.
any limit to how many animals we're allowed? Is it just one, or can we have like multiple of the same one?
I think Oman Hypothetical would be a...
I think he's died in his chair.
I've not died.
Oh God!
Oh, he's alive. No.
I would say yes. You could have multiple creatures, depending on their
fuck.
size.
So
Therefore,
like if this,
you could have 1,000 budgies, but you could only have one giraffe.
Oh, damn.
That
All right,
changes
I'll
the
have-
game.
I think I'll be happy with one giraffe. I think.
Fuck
changes
it.
the
I'm
game.
changing my answer then.
Huh?
I'm going for goldfish.
oh my God!
Goldfish.
For
You haven't got any
fuck's
water.
What the hell are
Yeah.
you going to do with goldfish?
There's no water.
I want
Yeah.
it in my house now. Frick it, I don't want to go around to my animals. I don't want them to die. I want them to be in my little nuclear radiated house, having my I got my little aquarium on the go. Freaking.
How is that going to help you in the real world? I suppose you've got some sort of food, but would it be? I don't know. They wouldn't last very long, would they?
Scampy
That's long.
fries.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd pick goldfish.
All right then, Paul.
I think I would.
You enjoy your goldfish. I'm gonna enjoy roaming around on my fucking giraffe, who can decapitate mutants with his neck.
It's a good.
Oh, and I'd put armor along his neck, so it's like he's got like sharp blades going up his neck. It won't hurt him, but when he does swing his neck, he'll do an insane amount of damage. So shing.
No, Mooms, are you going to pick one? Because I'm going to change mine in the final end, and I think it's going to be the final nail in the coffin. But the same thing as well is like, what are you going to pick in?
I'd have at least 4 bears.
4 bears.
Yeah.
Interesting. You guys have them. Like, I've gone for the jokey ones of the budgies, the goldfish. I'm done it just to piss off old man Hypothetical.
Like
But,
usual.
But you got a reason behind yours, Moops?
Well, sorry, be honest. Well, I think I would have a panda. And then, because I once saw on Facebook there was a panda with a big stick, and it was flinging the stick around like he was some sort of kung fu master, and I think I would definitely be safe with him as my defender. And then I'd have an attack bear, which would be a grizzly one. But then I'd also have a polar bear, because they're quite good with their young, and I think I would pretend to be its child. So it would carry me in its mouth, and like, while grizzly bear and grizzly bear would go out for food, and it would also cut down trees for me, because when I want to make a house. Polar bear would protect me and feed me and shit. Panda bear would be the ultimate
shit the
defense,
bed.
because let's face it, it's a fucking kung fu bear. And after kung fu panda, it's legit. And then finally, the last bear I would have is a koala bear. But the koala bear is for me to feel like I'm a proper mother, because I feel like my maternal instincts would be very much alive in the wastes.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't think
I can't diss it. I can't diss
No,
it.
no,
The only one thing I can't believe you guys haven't thought of, and as I said, I've gone for the two jokey ones to piss off old man Hypothetical, but I will have a realistic answer for you now, right? And I'm flabbergasted both of you ain't gone down this route. I can understand the bear one, even after you've gone into your full description of each and every bear that you're going to end out becoming in love with at some point. But the same time as well as that, and Dan's gone for the giraffe. It kind of makes sense.
It's a warrior giraffe, Paul.
Warrior giraffe.
Don't fuck with a giraffe.
Yeah, I'm amazed you haven't gone for the most logical one.
You're going to say a big
rhino.
bird or something. Huh?
A rhino.
Oh, I did think that.
A rhino literally has a built weapon on him.
I don't know.
A rhino is easy to mount. It's easy to freaking ride. And on top of that as well, it's easy to attack things on.
Why have you been mounting rhinos for, Paul?
Yeah.
It's the mind that goes into, not the mind that comes out of.
Yeah, I think a rhino's a good shot, actually. I did think of it. What type? White, black, African?
I'd pick any one of them, to be honest, as long as it's got a horn.
Yeah.
It's a horny rhino.
Hey!
Old man Hypothetical, how do we actually get the power of trading these things? Or is it just like, you just got one? What? I don't understand. He's dead again.
I'm not dead.
Oh.
I'm
What is it?
reeling from all your genius answers.
You go very still when it happens, though.
I thought he was going to shit himself.
I was just about to get the defibrillators out.
Yeah.
You just naturally have the power to tame any animal. If you want to go out and find a rhino, then
You just...
He's going very still again. I think he's really pissed off. I think the
fucking
power
hell,
of
boys.
the power
Someone-
of three of us is just...
Someone hit him in the head and I'll nick his car.
I think we might have lost old man Hypothetical.
I think
I
he's
thi-
gone
I think
into a...
no, I'm
I
still
think
here.
Like,
I thought he finally got the ability of going through walls.
I think he went into his outer shell and realised our answers and went, holy shit, they actually give a decent answer this week. Oh, man.
God. I think he's really pissed off.
I
He's just slipping in and out of consciousness all the time.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's literally realising he's going, holy shit, and then sort of in and out.
Paul,
I think our answers are so... They piss him off so much that he keeps slipping into astral projection.
put a sheet on him. Put a white sheet on him, Paul, and then we'll pretend he's a ghost.
Or that he's dead.
Either way, it's a very proper thing to do right now.
Touch me, you die.
Oh,
no,
he's
shit,
alive.
he's back.
He's
back,
there again.
fuck.
Oh, God.
So, are you happy with that then, old man Hypothetical?
As happy as I can be, I suppose.
Oh.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
safe? Are you safe to drive off now? Because you just had a very, very strange bout of a battle with consciousness, and I'm a bit worried that might happen at the wheel, and then we won't see you again next week.
There's a high amount of stupidity in this room. I'm allergic to stupidity. I'll be fine once I go.
Okay.
Thought we were
So
pretty
we'll see you
clever,
next week.
actually.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Oh, he's going. He's going.
Ta-da, old man. Ta-da.
Oh man.
Bye. We love you, I think.
And we're back into another Spoilercast this week. Now, the thing we're lobbing into the ring this week is a film that the three of us have watched, I assume, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Volume 2.
Oh,
Volume
yeah.
Now,
I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna let you guys go on this one,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come in midway because I don't have the exact same feelings you guys did about this movie, and I'm willing for you to basically counteract it as much as you fucking well want after I've had my 2 pence rant.
Yeah.
And you guys go.
Okay.
Friggin', like, and as I said, it's Spoilercast. Be free to spoil.
Yep. Okay. Well, does the guest want to go first?
Yeah, okay. I loved that film. It was so bloody brilliant. I thought the writing was really clever. I thought it was like there was literally joke after joke after joke after joke, and I thought that was great. And I think, like, the plot was, the plot in the first one was really, really good. Although I think the second one, and I think the first one was a better film, but
I agree.
I think the second film maybe made me enjoy more. Because I knew these characters really well after the first film, and I just wanted to see what the next story for them was. And I was like, yes, give me that baby Groot. Give me that Star-Lord. And I was, but it just felt like they weren't, like, I think that's why the film suffered a bit, plot-wise, was that there wasn't really a plot for a lot of it. It was more like, kind of, oh, they're just going to go see Star-Lord's dad, or they're just doing what they're doing, like they're just chilling a bit, and there wasn't so much focus until the end where shit kicks off, obviously. And but I think the film as a whole I enjoyed a lot more because it was just so much funnier. I love Drax the Destroyer, and it was so brilliant the way that he delivered
Do you
his
mean
lines.
to come into this
I
one?
mean, yeah, you can go for it.
I literally wasn't a fan of this movie.
Get out, you trout.
I am a
Go.
Marvel.
Boo.
I am a Marvel nut. I love Marvel from the head down. But the same time as well is that this movie was not good. Boys, Drax was the only saving grace. Groot was well overplayed.
Shut up.
overplayed.
He's all right.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
It really was ridiculous. There was multiple things I had wrong with this movie, right? Right. Firstly, I would count Guardians as a kids-ish movie. It's under the Marvel title.
Oh, I wouldn't
We've
say that.
already
Mine.
had some.
There's plenty of adult jokes in there. In the first one.
Yeah, but this is my problem about it. Is naturally that Guardians of the Galaxy 1 give us that very kids 90s vibe or 80s vibe that you kind of really loved about it, and there wasn't much. Like you watch Avengers. Like, do you remember when Captain America swore and he goes, "Freaking watch that mouth," and it's sort of like you had that kind of temperament and language, but at the same time as well as like it wasn't much. There was so much swearing in the main one, and I'm a massive swearer. Like, I love that, but at the same time as well, it's like you've got to think of the movie that is constructing round 2. Like, to me, it's Guardians of the Galaxy under the representation of Marvel that kids are going to come to see, and naturally they're pumping language into a movie with very adult-themed jokes in it. And I thought it was a bit... To be honest, I think it was very bad.
Wait now, are we on about 2 or the first one?
Number 2.
What?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. There's nothing that there's nothing that kids haven't heard in that. Like, and even if so, they'd be like, "Ooh, don't you say that?" Like, I mean, how many times have you? I've said shit so many times in front of my 3-year-old niece by accident. Like, you stub your toe. Oh shit! Ow! And they're like, "Oh, don't say that, little child."
Yeah, but, right, okay, yeah, but get this now, right? Okay, you got to think of the basics now. You're thinking of like when you're home and you would do it, right? Yeah, I swear on my little one, right? Freaking, it's a natural instinct to swear around sometimes to children, but this is not us doing it in front of our children. This is a movie doing it in front of millions.
Yeah, but it's not like,
you know what I mean? And there's another factor to that.
If I'm honest, Paul, I can't remember that much swearing in it apart from the apart from the usual.
Literally, there was a there was a lot more. You go back to the movie and you realise there's a lot more than what you actually you realise in it. Things about it. You're talking to a guy, you know, right? In a nutshell, if I was watching it, if it was based on like sort of just for adults alone, like sort of like you had a 12 to maybe a 14 bracket on it, right? I wouldn't be so much on it. I literally wouldn't give a shit because naturally
was a 12,
it's kind of hitting that. No, it wasn't. I think it was. I think they're naturally 12, just for the circumstance of the action.
I think because
But
in a 12 you're allowed
they
to
are
say
built
you
for
can even
kids.
say fuck once.
Yeah, you're allowed to fuck.
Yeah, you'll have one fuck. If you notice in 12 films, sometimes you will hear the
I
one
dunno.
fuck that is allowed in a 12 film. Any more than that, and it turns into a 15.
I don't know. I just literally felt like it might have suited a 15 rated audience than it actually fitted a 12.
I think that's no. I don't think so, Paul.
No, I don't know about it. I don't know. I literally, but at the same time as well is that because I just feel like kids would have come to watch that movie, and I felt like it was never a kids' movie. At the end of that, I didn't feel like if I brought my kid with me, I would actually been quite like, whoa, shit, freaking, there's a bit too much. I mean, literally, like that would have been a bit OTT on the language bracket because I wouldn't have done it in my house. I mean, she would have watched Guardians Volume 1 in my house,
Yeah.
freaking, because she loves the Marvel industry.
Oh.
I would have walked out there kind of a little bit pissed, freaking knowing the circumstance, like, whoa, there's a little bit OTT in the freaking language spectrum here. Knowing that, really, I didn't expect that out of any of the other Marvel movies we've had. And if I am, like, me as well, this is a counteraction of me. I love Deadpool, but I'm walking into Deadpool knowing I'm walking into an 18 rated movie too.
Yeah.
I walk into these movies knowing what I'm getting. Like, I shouldn't need to walk into, like, a Guardians and go, oh, shit, freaking, I can't bring my daughter to this one because naturally it's got to be fucking clusterfucked full of certain jokes and swearing that literally, really, shouldn't be actually said in a mass
To be
audience.
fair-
That's
to be
my perspective.
fair-
That's the
To be
minimal.
fair, it is a
like,
12.
Yeah. I think it's allowed to have a few
I made a mistake.
shits and bastards or whatever swear words constitute a 12.
I mean,
But I think in the long run, I think there were probably worse stuff in the first one
the viol.
because there was
There wasn't
a-
much.
like when they first go into his ship, and it's like if you put a UV light over my ship, it'll be like what you call it painting. In other words, like jizz
Yeah,
or
but
bodily fluids everywhere.
Yes, but at the same time as well is that's a joke that literally what an adult would laugh to, yet it would overlook by a child. A child would naturally pick up on shit, fuck, and them kind of language brackets where that was an adult
To
joke.
be honest, though, it's a 12. I mean, I find it weird that that's the thing you're more offended about. I mean, I find it weird that we're talking
Oh,
about
no,
offence.
I'm not. I didn't say I'm
Because-
most offended about. I'm
I mean,
not saying I'm most
you
offended
could
about.
even
It's
argue-
a part of the problems
Yeah,
that I'm
but I
going to
mean,
end up going into.
like, what about the amazing kills that were glorified in that film? Yondu literally whistles
you're
that
gonna get
arrow
kills.
through skull after skull after skull
Oh, yeah,
after
yeah.
skull.
Yeah, but I
I
kind
mean,
of
He
get
kills
that anyways.
hundreds
It's
of
literally
men.
like the circumstance.
Hundreds. It's like it's the only thing. It's like that
Yeah,
for
but
me
guys,
was a
guys,
bit
I
of a.
think you're
no,
missing the most
hang on,
important
Sam.
factor there.
That was the thing that I thought was more like above anything else, which was more fucking mad. I mean, can you think of any Marvel film where they like actively kill somebody in quite a graphic way? I can't, bar Guardians 2.
Avengers.
And I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome that they did that. I mean, if it probably has a higher kill count than fucking Rambo. Like, Yondu
That's a
and
fair
Rocket
point.
Raccoon
Yeah,
kill hundreds and hundreds of people. Yeah,
Guys, I think you're missing the most important factor about what you just stated, is that nobody doesn't have a fucking whistling arrow. Fucking, but everybody can
yeah,
fucking
but
swear.
it's not the point that it's killing people, and it was glorified. If you're look,
Yeah, but he's killing people with a mythical arrow that literally.
you're
can
killing
whistle.
people, aren't you? You're
Still
glorifying.
still piercing someone through the
Yeah,
head.
you're glorifying killing people because that scene was so funny and so cool, but it was
Yeah, but
glorifying
you're not going to
murder.
go outside and start
It
killing
was.
people. Yeah, but you're not going to go outside. You're not going to go outside and start freaking slaughtering people.
Well,
are you?
No,
Well,
But-
if you put it this way, then in Indiana Jones, just because the people's heads explode through a mystical box, it doesn't make it okay.
yeah, like
It's
that's
still,
what I'm saying.
Still violence.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
but
the
you-
film was a 12. The
But I
film
think
was a
it's,
12. It wasn't like that. Violence wasn't graphic, like you said. It's all like cartoony and shit. Like no one's got a mythical arrow.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing.
I-
If it was blood in it, yeah, I would think it'd be more offensive.
Sexual references
Because
in
it
the
was kind of like a little. It was like a little burn hole where the arrow went through. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, to be honest, I found that aspect very minimal, very did. And as I said, what I'm talking about, the actual language bracket, it's a minimal standard what I'm going into now. Like, I felt the story was fucking a piss.
No.
Like, to be honest, Star-Lord was meant to be the fucking star act. Is the reason why it's called Guardians of the Galaxy. He ran Volume 1. He was shit. Fucking bog standard shit.
I disagree completely with what you just said. How can you say that Star-Lord ran the film in the first one? The whole point that the film was so good...
Because he did. The full story's around him.
No, it's not. The whole story is about
Really is.
5 or 6 people that come from way different places who hate each other in the beginning and realise that they can work together and they find friendship in each other.
Who harmonises these people? Who harmonises these people all the way through it? It's Star-Lord.
All of them. Rocket, if anything, because Rocket in the first film is the one who makes them realise. And Groot is the ultimate thing in the first one. Spoilercast of the first one, because he kills himself and saves them at the end, bringing them together. We are Groot. We are fucking Groot.
Hey, I'm just saying, Star-Lord is the main.
Yeah, he is the main guy, but like he's not.
Volume
He's
one.
not like. The whole story was about the Guardians. It's not about Star-Lord the movie.
Yeah, but the same time as what is that? Yeah, but the same time as what is that? They made it about him in Volume 1. They done it bang on. Number 2, it's even more about Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Dad.
It is about
It's
Star-Lord.
the background of him, right? Yeah, but the same time as what is that? How can it be so lethargic of his storyline that is so piss poor written for his fucking knowing he's got even more of a thing on this one? Like, to be honest, like his dad is paid by Kurt Russell,
Legend.
right? I love Kurt Russell. He's a legend in my eyes. This guy is a fucking actor that I'll watch till the days are old. But I found him very piss poor in this.
No, I don't agree.
I genuinely did. I found the movie all round. I found a lot of aspects to this movie. I found a lot of them like they could have been a lot better. Some of it was very poor written. I found the aspect of Star-Lord very lethargic in parts. And the only saving grace to me was genuinely Drax. Drax was incredible in this movie. And to be honest, his jokes were on point. His jokes were perfectly timed. And when they were stated, it came with such ease and presence that it made you laugh. And as I stated, like then you got Gamora. She was a little less in the background. Like I wanted more Gamora this time. I felt like I needed more of her story arc, where it would have been even more to see her with Star-Lord and see her a little more. But I felt like she took a right back seat in this one. And that's the aspect of Groot. I don't know. I think they overplayed the baby Groot in my case. I think baby Groot was very cute, very needable in this movie, but well overplayed. Well overplayed. But that's my point.
What did Dan think? I'm excited to hear what Dan said.
I liked it. I thought it was fine. And I will give this one to Paul. The parts with Star-Lord were boring at the start.
Yeah.
When he first goes to the planet and he's introduced to his dad. And every time it switched back... Because they all get split up in this film, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like 2 groups, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's Groot,
there's
Groot
like one
and
goes off somewhere. I
Rocket
can't
and Yondu. And then
Yeah.
there's Drax, Gamora, and
Yeah.
Star-Lord, isn't it?
Yes. But and then every time it flicked back to Star-Lord a bit, it was just like, fuck you. And the story kind of takes a bit of a drop in interest. It's like, what's this again? It's kind of, it goes quite low-key and blah. But
No.
I did find it interesting, his origin.
Yeah, I
what
thought it was
his dad was all
interesting.
doing. It's like, oh, you son of a bitch. What an asshole. I thought that was pretty cool.
The thing is, though, didn't you find it weirdly interesting? Because it wasn't like, I don't know. I didn't find it that boring. I thought it was slower. It was very slow because it was kind of like, it
put the brakes on a little bit too much. I
Yeah.
thought. It's just like you get some really entertaining bits, then it goes doosh back to the planet.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Because
Star-Lord looking very.
There's like a lot of information that he's passing to Star-Lord, though, isn't there?
Yeah,
But
and it's a lot of Star-Lord not doing much as well. It's kind of like Star-Lord. I like the witty Star-Lord who's running around
Yes.
dancing about with his Walkman on and stuff.
Yeah.
But this I found he was very admiring the surroundings. Oh my God, it's like paradise here and all this. And there was not much going on. There's a lot of information, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But it put the brakes on it a bit too much.
I thought the power thing was a bit. I don't think we needed the power thing, like where he could have this
I thought that was
translucent
cool.
power on that planet.
I thought that was fine.
I found that a bit weird.
It tied it in
Right,
nicely
there's a-
to Kurt Russell. What he was, it kind of. I thought it was a twist anyway. It turns out what Kurt Russell was doing.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
But yeah, no, he was an asshole.
Like, it was really
and I thought he
fucked.
tied into that nicely. It was like he's got this power and stuff, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought the power was fine. It's just that's my only gripe about it. Really, it was the start of Star-Lord's bit on the planet.
Yeah,
After that, once Kurt Russell's side started coming out, what he was actually all about.
Yeah. Once he started to turn, but then when the turning point happened, and you found out like he's been going to doing this for years and years and years to find a person like Star-Lord who has the power as well. And like the twist when he was like, "Oh, I loved your mother. I would have if I'm just so sad that I had to put that tumor in her brain." I was like, "Holy fuck!
Oh yeah,
kill him
I
now!"
love that.
Like I literally was like, "Holy fucking shit!" I was like, "Just kill him!
What a
like
son of
blow
a
him
bitch."
away! Like literally murder the bitch!" And
There is parts of this movie though. I gotta say, there is the only parts that I will give it saving grace to, is that there is parts of this movie that I loved about the comic book end to it. The Golden People, I've forgotten the actual name to these people, like that empire of Golden People. The way they were going in and out, and where they were attacking, that's to comic book standard. I thought that was absolutely bang on the money.
Yeah.
Like that was very well played. Friggin', I felt like they needed to do a bit more, because that had a story arc to it, and that story arc should be inevitably played in the coming future of Guardians of the Galaxy. But I felt like that was a bit underplayed for the quality that they were pumping out for that second. Mayor as well, you got his dad who played the planet. We all know, whoever's maybe known the comics, we all knew that his dad is an actual planet. I do like the way they implemented his face near the very end. You see his face inside the planet. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really nice little homage. The only thing I'm a bit hit to miss on, and this is genuine, another one of my gripes. Do you know when you went in and into the core of the actual planet?
Yes.
And then they were fighting round and they had all the people to come in.
yeah.
There's a part where his dad becomes the fucking Grand Mac Daddy, doesn't he? He sort of like has the massive face and starts attacking Star-Lord. And Star-Lord starts attacking, right? That felt very homage to the Hulk first movie that flopped fucking hard. It gave me fucking flashbacks to that shit movie.
I haven't seen it, to be honest. I think I've seen the first quarter of that film and I turned it off. I wasn't interested.
Yeah, I made it to the very end where he started fighting his dad. The story arc on that little part there was nearly parallel to a Hulk one, and I wasn't happy with that. I really wasn't happy with that circle. But that was just, as I stated, again, there was elements that I did love from the circumstance of the comics.
I will say I enjoyed the film. I don't think it, because of the little bit boring with Star-Lord. Because of that, I wouldn't say it's as good as the first one. Is just perfect. I love the first one. Second one, I enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a worthy sequel, apart from the little bits where it was a bit boring. That's all. So, and one thing when you were talking about the Golden People, what I did love was they fly their ships like it's a video game.
Yeah.
Like they're not actually flying them; they're actually in their base flying them, and it reminded me a lot of the Robin Williams film Toys.
Oh yeah.
It's got Michael, and they get the kids.
I agree with that.
They want to use the kids to play video games, but they're actually flying real, like military planes and stuff and blowing shit up. I thought it was very reminiscent of that. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's a lot of factors that are good. The only problem is that does scare me a little bit is that there's going to be a volume 3, what we all want, and I still go out and watch it. The problem is that they haven't set up a massive story now for number 3.
Well, the whole thing at the end is the whole Adam Warlock thing, who like is a Guardian or something, but he's like a bad guy who turns good. But the thing is the way I see Guardians 2 is, like say if you're playing a game, or like, and there's like a side story, or like if you were watching TV, right, and there's like a complete there's like a side story episode where they have to go down a path to see something, but then they can get back to the main shit, right? Well, that's how I see it. I mean, like, they left so many implications to do with Star-Lord's dad, etc. There's going to be lots of bits where it's going to be a lot of exposition in the sense of, oh, this is where you've been. Like, why are you here? Oh, okay, because of this reason. All right then. And there had to be a point where they're already together. They can't do like an origin anymore. They're together. That's the team now. And not all. And like, I thought it was cool that they split into 2 groups. I thought it was cool and nice that you get to see characters interact differently, because you see a lot more kind of Drax and Gamora being friends with Mantis as well. because they introduced her, and Mantis.
I thought Mantis was good
really good. And then
Yeah.
and then
She
the
was.
whole thing with Rocket and Yondu and them becoming friends, and finally Rocket thinks he's found someone that's just like him, and then he dies at the end again. Like it's super tragic.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
Yeah.
really nice because it's
It was
like
a
one
bit.
of the first times I've seen on I think it's the first Marvel film where they've done like a funeral, and like it was really
Yeah.
sad but funny and nice, and everyone kind of united, including like the old
Yeah, totally.
Guardians and stuff. So
I thought it was really
you feel
nice
like that was
that
the only
it
thing?
was like you found his dad, Kurt Russell, and it turns out, what's his name?
So that's the-
What's the name of the guy with the arrow?
Yondu.
No. Yondu. It turns out he was more of his dad all along
yeah,
than
but
Yeah.
than Kurt Russell was.
exactly. But you don't really realise when you watch the first one. Because I watched the first one after it. You watch the first one again, and it's different because you watch it and you see the stuff that Yondu does for him, and
Yeah.
and like quite often he like goes out of his way to help him and stuff because you can tell he loves him.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'll tell you what I loved about the first one is when he's got the Infinity Stone, and Yondu thinks he's got it in that little
Yeah.
spherical ball thingy.
Yeah,
And he opens it up,
it's
it's
a
a troll, and he just smiles at it. He's like, you little whippersnapper,
Yeah.
you. It's like, I thought I thought it was really sweet, you know. It's like you can see a hint of it there, big time.
that's what I mean.
Okay, there's something I want to bring up to you guys then, Red. How did you feel then about the Sylvester Stallone call up in this movie?
Take it or leave it. To be honest with you, I didn't see enough of it to form
All,
an opinion.
all he was doing was he was in the comic lore. There was like Guardians before, because Yondu, because you know how they were like Yondu's old team.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
in the comics. Yondu was one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy, and the four
indeed,
in
yeah.
that shuttle with Sylvester Stallone at the end is the originals. So he was only really in it as like a cameo.
Yeah. Yeah, but how do you feel about then the team up that we see in one of the 5 ending sequences? Because that's a team up that we will inevitably see as a movie.
I can't remember what it was.
It was Sylvester Stallone, and you had like that. I can't remember the characters. I don't know them by name, to be honest. It's a team of like you got that massive big.
Oh
guy
yeah,
in
that's what I
yellow.
mean. That's the old original Guardians. I don't think we'll see them. I
Yeah.
think if we,
Yeah, we are. That's been
It's not-
supplied that we will see.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought
That
it
is
was just
something we will
I thought it was
inevitably see in the
just a
future.
cameo. Like unless you've got information, like actual information, to say that they've said that this is going to be seen in another film. I thought.
If I'm not mistaken, I was listening to a Nerdist, if I'm not mistaken, and they were actually breaking it down that we will be seeing something of that caliber in the coming future, because that's what I've heard. As I said, it could be misread information or misheard misinformation, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard from the circumstance of it. It was a team up that might actually happen in the coming future with it,
That'd be cool.
or it'd be something that Marvel might not go down the route, but Netflix might.
That'd be cool. But would Stallone want to
I
do
find-
a
I thought
TV
that'd be
pro show though?
Yeah, but is it though a TV show like these days? Like you think about Marvel now. Marvel has got such a wide variety. Netflix is just an added necessity to it.
Yeah.
Like, could they go to a different level of killing / doing what they do in that circumstance? You know, I feel like they must probably have a bit more free will when they'd be on
Actually,
Netflix.
you got a good point there
And I think-
because in Guardians they got to provide for the family audiences, and whereas more the
Yeah.
Netflix side of things, they can go all out and decapitate people, spray blood everywhere. So that's a good point. A Guardians of the Galaxy-esque TV show where they can show the gore and violence and swearing. That'd be cool, actually. I would
Yeah.
I would want to see that.
I'd pay to see that.
Definitely.
I'd pay good money
Yeah.
to see that. Now that to
And that
me,
leads me back to the
I'm
Defenders.
not- I
That's
know
one
I'm
thing I
gonna
didn't
get-
like about the Defenders. There was not enough grittiness to it. Anyway,
but
we won't go down
into
that road
because,
yet.
Mr. Olo Moomin's upstairs freaking out and
So-
freaking seeing the full
So
colour.
basically, I'm just reading something now. Basically, James Gunn, the director, has said with the whole Sylvester Stallone thing that he says
Yeah.
that my plan is to see more of him. I'm not sure about him appearing in Volume 3, but it's our plan to see more of Stallone. Kevin Feige
I'm not on about. I
Kevin
wasn't
Feige
on, yeah.
and I are working on what is going to become of the Marvel Cosmic Universe, which is and where it is to go, where it's going to go. but
Yeah.
we plan to see the rest of them in the future. So like them is like the original Guardians crew. But he said, I think the first 3 movies tell a single story, and that story is pretty simple. Gunn says, I think there could be a Guardians Volume 4, but it would not be the same. It would not be the same group because basically the story of that group ends with Volume 3. So.
Yeah, but that's a bit of an issue there that he's come out of that, because naturally that means they survive against in the Avengers, because in the Avengers they're in it, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
So it means they survive the Infinity
Yeah,
Gauntlet.
but I don't see them being like a big deal in it.
Oh, they're huge in it. Freaking, they're massive in this Gauntlet. To what I've been seeing, to what I've seen in the images that come out of it, they're massive in it.
Star-Lord is, but I can't see. But yeah,
full team are there.
no. But like, I can imagine Star-Lord will be like interactive with Tony Stark loads and Captain America, but I can't see the entire team having. I don't know,
Dude. The reason why Thor is there in Avengers is because Guardians of the Galaxy, the team Guardians of the Galaxy, they find him and bring him to.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, but
that's going to may as well. That's probably going to be an ending credit of Thor
Maybe.
Ragnarok. Like that is inevitably going to be because what it is, them portals, because Hulk, you're not going to see Hulk in Avengers. There's no doubt you're not going to see him in it. Hulk has literally got his own movie coming out that will be like just
They've
after
said
Avengers,
he's not having his own film.
and that will be thing. I thought it still was in the title for it.
They've said the Hulk isn't having his own film. That's why Thor Ragnarok.
If
I
he isn't having
I
his
thought
own,
Hulk was going to be in
if he isn't-
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
and that's
Hulk-
new.
Hulk-
I wouldn't see why they would need to make his own film.
Yeah, because Hulk in Ragnarok, because Hulk doesn't work on his own. It doesn't work as a film, really. So they're putting him with other people. Like, he's got like a 6-film deal, and him in Ragnarok is like
all
his
I'm
own
saying,
film.
guys, is have you seen though, guys? Have you seen the trailer for Avengers: Infinity War?
Not yet. I think I have, possibly, unless it's the new one out.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one that is pretty much somebody's recording in a cinema because it hasn't physically been.
Oh, I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I haven't.
Because they don't want
I
to.
haven't seen it.
I do advise to watch it because it does actually show you what I'm talking about, and it kind of like gives a bit more incentive of why I'm talking the way I am about it. So I do advise to maybe have a quick propaganda on it because it does give the extra 2 pence more. I actually think it's probably a trailer properly by now. I think somebody's made a proper freaking, like, you're not looking at a cinema-esque. But it does give it a bit more. You see why the circumstance there. If I'm not mistaken, you see Thor floating in space. I don't know why or how that is going to occur, but that might be more explained in Ragnarok. And then the Guardians pick him up, and then they bring him to Earth.
That I can imagine. But, sorry, like, it kind of goes back a bit. But Guardians 2 is, like, set, like, a couple of months after the first Guardians film. But
Yes.
Guardians 2 is set, like, 4 or 5 years before, like, Civil War.
Yeah,
So,
kind of.
like,
because
this is what I'm saying. So,
but is this going to do that space-time thing, though? Like, where
Nah, I
space
don't think
isn't,
will
like,
be.
mimicked to time and
I
Earth?
don't think so, because like like Groot and shit. We see him as a teenager at the end of 2. So technically, teenage Groot.
Yeah, I think that's going to
should
annoy me.
Technically, teenage Groot, he should be an adult again by the time Avengers picks up, because it won't be baby.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping he's going to be adult Groot, or at least like beyond teenage Groot, because teenage Groot looked like a dick at the end of it.
Well, it was more of a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's one thing.
No, I can understand that. I can understand the joke, but I can't watch that.
No, they wouldn't.
That
I don't
drive
think
me
they use him
nuts.
as
Baby Groot, though, I think was a better character than adult Groot. They said that when they were writing the film and stuff with the first one, they kind of forgot that Groot was there. But in this film, Groot was like pivotal a bit more to. They Groot is more important.
Found Groot in Volume 1 like huge.
And they had a noose for him to put the bomb in.
Yeah, like exactly. Like he if you think of what Groot did in the first one, he wasn't. By the ending, he was just kind of there, like in the background a lot. And
Yeah, totally.
in the second one, he's a proper part of the team more. Even though, and he's so
I
cute.
could have
He's
done
so cute. Oh, little face. And when he's trying to get the tea, oh, that was funny. When they were like, "You need to get the key," and he brings back
he's going
the
back and
table.
forth. And he,
Oh my god, that was funny.
Now that was funny.
yeah, it's good.
That was rather funny. Right. Well, I say we've covered a lot of Guardians, and if you want to hear us talk more of this kind of caliber of comics and all this kind of stuff, I say you drop us a couple of likes on YouTube, you hit that subscribe on or the follow on our Twitter, and then go on to our freaking, download us on the iTunes, the SoundCloud, and all the Android podcast apps by subscribing to us, and downloading all our juicy goodness per week by just searching the DPCast, or if you want to get us on any of the platforms, that's most probably Twitter or Facebook, that's at the DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS.
Or if you want to write
Now,
on
guys?
the actual SoundCloud where you want to comment, Dan will get back to you in about 4 years.
Exactly. Yes. I can't apologize enough, Moon. I'm very sorry. I do love you.
That's right.
You know,
Don't worry about
it's just.
I think I felt more
Yeah.
love from the old man Hypothetical today, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Fine, fine. I'll wait another 2 weeks to reply.
Do you reckon he'll make it home to wherever he lives?
Oh, I'm sure he's got plenty of crack and stuff in his van.
He must have something to keep him
awake.
going, didn't he? His bloody
Yeah.
battery's running low.
Mm. Well, you saw the bloody redness in his eyes. He's obviously on something.
I just assumed like it's because he can't breathe so good.
Yeah, it could be.
Poor old man.
Well,
Well, maybe that's why he's got a van
That-
so he can hotbox.
God knows.
Yeah,
well, that's it for another week, guys.
yeah.
Moomin, say
Wait a
goodbye.
minute, isn't there a Dan jokes?
We have forgotten about something.
Oh.
I like how I'm such a fan of the show that I'm telling you now what the schedule of it is.
Oh.
I totally forgot about Dan's
Oh,
jokes.
rightio
Freaking-
then.
I may revoke back of what I
gonna
just
say,
did.
motherfucker.
Freaking-
Step back.
Yeah.
Continue.
I say we step back,
We
rewind,
better give Dan a bit of time to get a joke.
and we
first.
have.
I got some jokes. I got loads. I was looking at them earlier.
Oh, fine.
Oh,
You're welcome then.
there we go then.
So-
All right then. When's the jingle coming?
I say we get into.
If you're laughing hard and your sides have split, then you must have heard one of Dan's jokes.
Okay, welcome to another segment of Dan's Jokes. Are you boyos ready?
I
I don't know.
All right then. Okay, first joke. What do you do if someone thinks an onion is the only food that can make them cry? Throw a coconut at their face. Next joke.
God.
What do you call a man with no arms or no legs wading in a pool? Bob.
Oh my God.
And this
God.
one's more of a statement, really. Virginity is like a soap bubble. One prick and it's gone.
It's true.
And that's another beautiful segment of
I
Dan's
enjoyed
jokes
that.
that we keep forgetting each and every week of.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
And that's how we end our show, boys. And
Yeah, I've really enjoyed.
Moomin, it's been a pleasure, boy. It's been another pleasure having you on. Freaking, it's always nice to see your face,
Bye.
and I need to see it more.
Well,
often.
I gotta say, every time we do a podcast with you, it's you move the camera so much. It's like doing a podcast with Kirk, but the one from Family Guy. He doesn't stop moving.
Yeah.
I've somehow gotten myself into bed.
I was thinking that earlier. Is he?
Yeah,
I was
we
thinking,
have noticed.
Is he tucking himself in?
Yeah, at one point
Yeah,
I
he
was
was.
like,
Mid-
at
mid-show.
one point I was very much twitched up, ready to sleep, but I can't
Yeah.
go to sleep because I have to do a quiz in a
Yeah.
minute. Got quiz night tonight.
Yeah. Oh,
Quiz.
are you the question
Well-
reader?
Yeah, excuse me, I'm the
You
fucking
did.
quiz god. All right, the
Oh,
question
all right,
god.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's not my lord, my god, my god.
God.
No, I'm not a lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
I
So, yes.
got that, so can't see.
Oh, okay.
Well, we've literally, it's been a pleasure, boy. And
Thanks, boys.
Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, viewers. If you want to watch me on Twitch, I haven't twitched for a while because I've been busy, but I'll get back on it with Destiny or some shit. But yeah, if you want to watch me on
And
Twitch,
that's Snake
yeah,
1082.
Snake 1082. no spaces. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, boys. Thank you very much. Thanks for introducing me to that old man. I'm sure I'm going to have nightmares about him. But yeah, cheers, everyone.
And Dan,
Alright, so long, and thanks for coming on, Moom. It's always a pleasure.
that's another week from us, guys. Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye.